What up friends, Liron here, and today I want to talk about the new abstract style I'm developing. What up friends, thank you for joining me in another video. Liron here. So I've been showing you a bit of my new abstract kind of work. I'm trying to develop this new style, and in this short vlog I wanted to talk a bit more about why I did it, how I plan on continuing with this kind of style or trend, and the reasons behind it, and my goals and aspirations. So basically, I started thinking a lot about what type of art sells and in what specific niches and stuff like this. And this is really the first time I say this on camera, but I have this goal to make a lot of money also from my art itself. Now, with the more modern art and abstract art, there's just a higher potential, and there are some good reasons for that. I think it just fits more places than a landscape painting or something like this. I adore landscape paintings, it's some of my favorites. But the thing is, when I look at it in a practical way, a lot of works that kind of have a meaning to them that isn't necessarily literal have this. And it's a really good topic for discussion. They have this charm that allows them to decorate many different places, many different houses, many different walls. Now, I don't want to do something that's against my direction or what I believe in or the things that I enjoy doing. So I thought to myself, how can I combine sort of my abilities with this kind of style and make something that is really uniquely my own? And, well, not necessarily... Not to say that I'm like 100% unique. I guess there's a lot of influences from different sources and things of that nature, but to make it something that plays on my strength and the things that I enjoy the most. And many of you know I love the whole concept of three-dimensionality. I just spit a bit, sorry. Three-dimensionality and things that really require sort of technical understanding and perspective and all kinds of different three-dimensional shapes like cubes and stuff like that. And so I thought it would be cool to take this kind of style, build patterns around it, and just create a series of paintings that are a little more abstract, that I'm gonna price a little higher because I feel honestly that they deserve it. And I don't know, I'll just take it from there. This is kind of the loose plan for now. And this is just one part of what I'm doing. I'm working on so many things right now simultaneously, kind of. So I have that, I have the podcast, I have the books that I'm working on, getting them to new markets, the courses and all of the things like the online things that I sell. There's this new project I'm starting that has nothing to do with drawing on paper. Secret, you're gonna see it soon. Hopefully, and so there are so many things, but this is just one trajectory I'm sort of examining. Okay, and for example, I have this that I showed you, this painting that we did together here on YouTube. That is a great indication of that, and I actually have a few more here that I already showed you, but I just want to show them to you to reiterate and maybe even better explain the kind of work I've been doing to get to this point. And I really want it to be something that is uniquely my own in the sense of I'm really good at it, it's a strength of mine, the whole three-dimensionality thing, and I want to capitalize on that and make it really unique and interesting. It just organized some things around here. So anyway, the very first kind of ideas I had were very similar to the painting I just showed you. I'm not going to change the angle because it's really simple. So basically, this right here, you see all of the kind of patterns with the shadows and things like this. I did a lot of work to figure out the way I want to structure these. There's this one with my notes. I really want to understand what to space out, what to change around, maybe play around with the shape of cubes, make it a little different. Let me show you a few more. So I've got this one here. I'm just blocking some things that are a spoiler. So I don't want to show them. Here, like just kind of one stairway of cubes that leads upwards. There's this work that I did, just color study. It's not really, you can't see it here, it's in another paper, but I just wrote down some colors. It's in Hebrew. Let me show you a few more. So we have this one, these two, and I kind of played around with how much I can skew the perspective. Okay, so there is a lot of work that I put into these, and I really want them to shine and have this sort of a meaning. I noticed that some of these, when you turn them around, become very interesting, so I'm going to play around with that concept as well. Let me see if there's some other examples. I think these are all the ones I did in this sketchbook. Let's see. Yeah, these are probably all the examples I have. So this new direction, and it's not going to be just cubes, I have a lot of other ideas. I wanted to combine the complexity of three-dimensionality, as I mentioned already, with a lot of elements of abstract meaning. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I kind of want you to look at it and see how it makes you feel, and what you see in there. Okay, because when I look at some of these, it looks like buildings or skyscrapers, or a skyline even. It looks like a stairway, what I just said. And I'm not the kind of person to invent a meaning all of my own and just say, yeah, this is this and this is that, this represents whatever it is. I'm kind of more interested in what the viewer sees in it. And if they see nothing but beautiful three-dimensional shapes, that's cool too. But I do want it to have some kind of a basis that is literal. Okay, so in some ways it is literal, it is a three-dimensional shape, but in other senses it's more of an abstract representation of something. Okay, and I'm going to play around with these kinds of ideas a lot. You're going to see a few more of these in the near future. I actually made a huge version of this one that is maybe 4 or 8 times larger. It's like really huge. That I'll already frame soon, and this one's going to be for sale. I'll need to update you on that. It's very interesting because, and this kind of connects me to how I want to conclude this video. I'm starting to figure out how there are 2 different facets of, I'm not sure if facets the most correct word, but or maybe sections for my business and my life with art and my work of art. There's like the teaching side, and this YouTube channel is mainly that. It's kind of people that are interested in me and my life and want to learn something. Then there's the more like actual art consumers, people who purchase art, and I know these audiences don't always meet, meaning most of the people on this channel, most of you probably don't necessarily look for an artwork or art piece to buy. You may like one and then buy it in a spur of a moment, but I don't think a lot of people actually look for an artwork to buy actively. It's more of a different audience, maybe sometimes more wealthy people or like super wealthy people that are kind of searching for specific works of art. Sometimes it's just people who are extreme art collectors, and sometimes it's just, you know, normal people, but there isn't necessarily a correlation between people who want to learn art and want to purchase art. So this is just one interesting thing that I thought about, and this is why you don't see me kind of heavily marketing my paintings and my work here in terms of selling them, because that's not what this channel is about. So I will have to give some thought into the idea of how I sort of create that second section of the business and build it up slowly and actually sell my work, because I really enjoy teaching and sharing the things I learn, and this leads to me always wanting to focus on the teaching aspect, and I think I have a natural knack for it, so this is what I do for the most part. But there is this whole new world of people that will actually want to buy these, and I think, you know, it's something that I want. I really want to get recognition for my art as well. And this reminds me, there's another kind of mini subject to my work with art, which is the more I guess motivational aspect, or the more creativity kind of the business of art aspect that I'm currently thinking about how I want to incorporate in my work, because I don't necessarily feel like I got to that crazy success and I can say, yeah, let me teach you how to build a business around your art. I can probably give you some amazing tips, and I do occasionally, but to say I have a comprehensive system for doing that, no, and it's very individual, and you have to understand what makes you tick and what you enjoy doing and making and creating. And so it's just very interesting how this whole let's zoom out a bit for a moment. It's just interesting to see all the different aspects of my work and my art, and how the abstract and selling my own paintings fits into that. Okay, so yeah, this YouTube channel is mainly for teaching and sharing kind of my life and the things I learn and the things I enjoy, and really, you see, it's unfiltered. I don't edit my videos, almost never, like the talking part, unless there's something weird that I say, and I'm not putting that in. But for the most part, you see, it's just one shot, and it attracts people who enjoy these kinds of things. You know, I personally hate when the videos are too edited. I like when people cut out some things that are irrelevant, but sometimes it's so edited to the point that it's like this, and then like this, and then like this. It's like jump cuts, it's too jumpy. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video of me sharing this new kind of aspect or topic or section of my business, and really me trying to build that up. And artistically also the whole topic of what I want to create in that aspect, because whatever I'm doing, I think it's the most important thing is to actually be loyal to yourself and do things that are real for you. And if I would just take a piece of paper and start splashing color on it randomly, I don't feel like that's me. It can work for some people. I don't feel like that's me. I'm more into the complex kind of three-dimensional shapes and stuff like that. So I really just trying to make it work. I really am just trying to make it work for me, for my own style, for my own approach. Okay, so I hope this wasn't too much of a rambling video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube. I have tons of videos that are actually practical, super practical how-tos. I have more of these kinds of videos and more fun videos outside, adventures, fun, the paint show. So subscribe here. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, mainly Instagram. I share tons of stuff there. It's where I'm easiest to reach. If you want to reach out to me, you can message me there. And this is it for today. I will see you again in another video really soon.